Good evening, folks. Good evening or good morning, wherever it is for you right now. This is The Breakdown. This is Film School 101. We talk to nothing but the hottest filmmakers doing the thing and showing you how it's done. And today we've got a real hot one. This has been a very much anticipated show because we've got some very, very wonderful filmmakers. We're going to talk to those filmmakers in just a minute. My name is Martin Anaya, and I just wanted to briefly mention that this year marks the 27th year of our Sacramento International Film Festival. And one of the films that we're going to be talking about is going to be premiering this week. And another one is going to be premiering at the Sacramento Film Festival. In fact, it's going to open this year's Sacramento International Film Festival. Now, due to COVID, a lot of things have changed, but this is going to be a live screening. So anybody that's been with us in the last couple of years knows that for the last couple of years, we've been pretty much an all virtual film festival. Well, that is changing as of June the 25th. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this wonderful filmmaker and this wonderful film that will be opening the film festival in just a minute. When you're doing this for as long as we've done it with the film festival and, of course, with the California Film Foundation, the mothership, as we like to call it, californiafilm.net, it's on the bottom of your screen. You make certain adjustments as you go, and you get certain understandings and you get certain awarenesses. Right now, we are actually putting this out to about 7 different localities, from YouTube to Facebook to our own website. So wherever you're coming to us from, understand this. Our mission is to support you, the filmmaker, and of course, to support film audiences. And as far as this capital city of California, we've been doing it longer than anybody. And we're very proud of that. And it actually has borne fruit. We're going to talk to some of these wonderful filmmakers right now. And without any more hesitation, what I'd like to do is bring on my gal. Where's Alma Leyva? Hi, Alma. What's going on?
Hey, Marty. How's it going?
Girlfriend, it is good. And I see you making time out. Where are you right now? Looks like you're coming from in your car. Where are you at?
I'm over here in Napa.
Napa? What are you doing in Napa?
I am working for the Four Seasons. And, always scouting for new locations as well, multitasking.
Yeah, well, you are a great multitask. In addition to supporting us here at the California Film Foundation, Alma is a wonderful actress. So, folks, and Nick Leisure, me and Alma, she was like, you didn't put me on to Nick Leisure. And I'm like, yes, I did. And then so Nick was like, yeah, you did. But the point is that folks at home, Alma's a wonderful actress, and she's a wonderful behind-the-scenes PA. But beyond that, you're producing your first film, Alma. What is it? Talk to me about it. What is it?
Yeah, so I'm executive producing my first short. It's a SAG short called Resolve, and it has to do with 3 different social issues and us showcasing a problem and conflict resolution. So we want to bring more opportunities here to Sacramento. A lot of, crews come over and bring their old cast and crew to Sacramento, so locals don't have the opportunity to showcase their talent. And Keith Johnson and I want to, change that. We want to bring money to Sacramento so we can produce and give opportunities to those that are here.
I was just going to say, Keith Johnson has been rocking with the California Film Foundation for a long time. As you know, he was best friends with some of the most dear and near people to our heart. Of course, Pam Finney, who we all love and miss so very dearly. And it was just, for me, it was just, we provide these opportunities and these training opportunities, and you meet people and you just never know where they're going to take it. And for me to see Keith grow from being an actor and getting his daughter in acting to what he's doing now, and seeing the two of you, get together. That's what it's all about. And there are so many success stories. And sometimes, folks, it takes a long time for stuff to develop. It doesn't always happen on your timeline. It doesn't always happen when you want it to. But it's good when it's just so much more, healthy when it finally does happen, when all the pieces fall into place. So tell me, just give me a little brief synopsis about this movie. How long is it, first of all? It's a short, right?
So it's a short film. We try to keep it less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The main thing for me with the short was that he wrote this screenplay. This was
Uh-huh.
the first screenplay he wrote, and it won the best short film screenplay in San Francisco.
Nice. Wow, Alma.
So it was an
Very
award-winning
exciting.
script before we even, pitched for production of it.
Woo. That's very
And the fact that, it showcases three different scenarios. So basically, people of different races being bullied. So multiracial discrimination. When you're mixed race, you don't fit into both races. And how do you deal with that?
Sure.
We don't really talk about that. It's always about Black lives or, different groups. But if you're mixed race, then you get bullied by both groups.
Yeah, you're a HAPA. They call them a HAPA.
Exactly.
I don't know what that means, but I just know that's the term for it. So, but you're right. No, I mean, when I'm with my Latino side of my family, I'm the white boy, and when I'm with my white side of my family, I'm the Latino. And you're right, and that is, I think it does bear some special challenges. So that's what your film is dealing with. Well, when can we expect to see your movie? When do you think you might be finished, or are you looking for funding to help get it to where it needs to be, or what?
Yeah, so we're in post-production right now. We're going to start our fundraising campaign. We're pitching it as a pilot for a series now because I think that there's a lot more stories that need to be told. And we want to bring a lot of money here in Sacramento to produce the series, to give opportunities to local grip, to local, lighting, to local PAs, to give people here in Sacramento opportunities that, we don't have. Most of the people that are producing here,
that's very simpatico with what we're about. I have to run, but Alma, is there a website or how can people reach out to you?
So our film is called Resolve. So you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, just Resolve the short film, and you can take a look at our teaser trailer there and check out the upcoming screening date. So everybody can take a look at what we're doing in Sacramento and how we're going to produce and bring more opportunities here.
Fantastic. Well, that is, as you know, our mission here at the California Film Foundation. Alma Leyva, my sister from another mister, thank you so much for being a part of the California Film Foundation, and thank you for bringing this movie that hopefully will bring some more opportunities. Alma, everybody, now listen, we're going to run out to a little bit of a break, folks, but check this out. This is something that our man Kyle put together about the Sacramento Film Festival 2022. Check this out. That's right. We're getting excited. And of course, Nick Leisure's film. Now, we've known it up until now as Pacerville, but we're going to unveil the new name because, of course, when you know that you're getting involved with distributors, they're going to have some ideas. Up until now, it's been called Pacerville. And who are the Pacers? The Grant High Pacers. That's going to be opening our Sacramento Film Festival June 25th. But we're going to talk more about that in a minute. Right now, what I'd like to do is bring on a couple of filmmakers. These two gentlemen here, I've been seeing around the Sacramento scene for some time in the Northern California filmmaking scene. But I'll tell you what impressed me. This new movie that they have that we're going to talk about, I knew nothing about it. I knew, of course, who two of the stars were because they're some wonderful, wonderful actors, Jesse Jansen and, Lee Affinity. But I didn't know this third guy until my interns put me up on game about who this guy was and what the movie was. But rather than for me to explain it, why don't we bring these two wonderful filmmakers on to talk about their movie and some of the tie-ins that they have with other other popular culture that's out there. Hi, guys. So I'm looking at Randy, Mr. Randy Nundahl right here, and Mr. Rob Livings. Gentlemen, thank you and welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure to have you, gentlemen. And like I said, you guys have been making some noise and been doing some wonderful things. I'd like to get right to the meat of this, man. What's the name of your movie? And it's going to have its premiere on Saturday this week. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Randy, I'm going to let you start. Randy's the quiet one, so I want to try and.
Let's put Randy on the spot. Let's go, Randy.
Get me out of my shell. Yes, it's called Infrared, and it's going to be showing on Saturday at Tower Theatre in Sacramento. We can't wait to show everyone. We've sold out.
Well, we have 6 tickets left. Our final release went out, so we have 6 tickets left. So, yeah, if you're watching and you haven't got one, you've got.
You better jump on it right now. And by the way, those 6 tickets are going to fly. Watch, you're not going to have 6 tickets left after the end of this. But let me ask you a question. How do they find those tickets, just in case they get excited from what you're about to say here?
We can share the link with you guys. It's if you go to Eventbrite, it's on there. There's an Infrared page on Facebook. So just search
Infrared. Eventbrite.com/ and just when you go there, just type in Infrared Sacramento. It'll come right up.
It'll pop straight up.
All right. So, gentlemen, talk to me about Infrared. Now, I've heard about the movie, but it's kind of meta, right? It's a little bit of a story within a story. Talk to me about the concept for this movie.
Yeah, so Randy and I had already done one feature with Jesse and Leah during COVID. We shot this film called The Other Girl, which was this was like right in the height of it at the start. And it was kind of how do we make something with a crew of 3 and a cast of 3 in one location. And so we kind of really got things going there. And after that, we really wanted to step more into like a genre fair. And so we had this idea for a film, but then it was like, well, how do you make this movie with a small crew? And we're like, well, what if the crew is the cast? So throwing ourselves into the film. So we had this story, which we then turned into a found footage story, which obviously as a subgenre, found footage, people either love or hate it. Like there's a huge following for it, but there's also a bunch of people who will happily ignore a film just because it's found footage. And we're like, okay, well, let's take that challenge. Let's try and get people who would usually turn their nose up at it to give it a shot. Sure. And then during some like happy coincidences during a relatively like crappy time, me and Randy both kind of became friends with this guy called Travis Ayres, and he jumped on board as a producer. And so he is also the publicist for Greg Sestero from The Room, who wrote The Disaster Artist, which obviously Franco went on to make that film for. And Greg heard about what we were doing and wanted to get involved, and it kind of just started rolling from there. And
now, hang on, I got to stop you there. And Randy, feel free to jump in here. I know you're the quiet one, but you might have some insight here, because you kind of caught a tiger by the tail a little bit, because this guy Greg Sestero has got a following, and with some of The Room and some of the other things he's been involved with. I mean, how did that present itself, Randy? I mean, how did you get lucky on that one? How did you catch lightning in a bottle there?
Yes, we became friends with Travis and the company we work for. We teach students with developmental disabilities. So when we're online, we had a lot of special guests from around the industry. And Greg happened to be one of them. So Travis was kind enough to introduce us to Greg, and as Rob said, he was very interested in the film, so we brought him on.
Yeah, to the point where we're shooting another film with him right now.
Yeah.
So
really, all right. Well, I don't want to talk too much about that one. I'm sure you probably can't speak too much on it. But for somebody who maybe doesn't understand what a found footage film is, can you guys describe it a little bit to us? And we're going to roll a trailer. Actually, this is a scene. Yeah. I'm sorry. These are some stills. These are some production stills from the movie. Can you guys tell us a little bit about what the concept, expand on it for maybe some folks that are just hearing this for the first time?
Sure. I'll jump in and talk about found footage and pass the story to Randy. So found footage essentially is what it sounds like. So obviously Blair Witch kind of really made it big. The types of films have been around since the 70s, but it's basically where it's as if this tape has been found and then the footage you're watching on it is real. Now, obviously, we know by putting in a recognizable actor that that's something that, it
didn't really happen.
You have to suspend that disbelief, right? But we wanted to kind of work in a way where we could make it accessible to those who don't usually like it. So we really went character first and story first, instead of, a lot of them are just jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, jump scare. And we wanted to kind of earn that. Right. As you can see on the screen, it's Jesse giving Samantha Laurenti a exorcism. And then, yeah, story-wise,
you know, I gotta say that right there, Jesse Jansen gives Samantha Laurenti an exorcism. That right there just got me. I'm sold. You just paid my I'm in, man. You got my $12, bud.
So yeah, story-wise, Randy, do you want to jump in on the plot?
Yeah. So the film centers around a paranormal investigator called Wes Wheatley, played by Jesse Jansen, who's trying to make his own paranormal show. So he hires a crew, which is played by myself, Rob, and Austin, the sound guy, and we follow him around, and it's not going according to plan until he finds an abandoned school in Sacramento, which he's heard a lot of rumors about. So they go. He contacts Greg, who's the owner, and then they realize everything's not as it seems.
Okay, and we do have a scene. Can you guys set this scene up for me?
Sure. So this is inside the old Marshall School in Boulevard Park, which, to our surprise, no one had filmed like a proper film in before, right? Like, so we were able to get in there. So this is a scene after Jesse's character has just found out that the producer, Randy, who's really sneaky. So Jesse's character doesn't get along with his sister from like previous an incident that happened a while ago that's unspoken, which I won't get into. And she's shown up for the show. She thinks that Randy has told Jesse that she's going to be there, and so it told Jesse, and Jesse doesn't know. So this is kind of the scene after that where they're both being forced into being in a scene together, and Jesse's not happy. So.
All right, guys, roll it.
Cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do an intro with you and Isabel. So we're gonna go get her now.
Wait, what are you talking about? We're gonna do an intro with me and Isabel? This is my show.
You want a good show? This is what I do.
We're gonna show the building right now.
We can do the intro, you two in the building. Double the greatness. Let's do this. You're gonna love it. Trust me. Trust me, I do this for a living.
I got you off fucking Craigslist. You do this for a living. Sure, bring her up.
Take it away.
All right, I gotta jump in here because I don't want to give too much of this away.
Hey everybody, it's Wes Wheatley here.
What we're gonna do?
Izzy Wheatley.
What we're gonna do, guys? Go ahead and stop the trailer real quick, because what I'm gonna do, guys, we're running slow on time, but I just got to tell you, Jesse Jansen. If you guys don't know Jesse Jansen as an actor, you got to understand that everything for him. I don't care how many times he said the line, and guys, jump in on me if you think this is true, or if you don't. But it's like it's like he just discovered the line.
That is 100% true in all of the scripted stuff he's seen. I'll be honest with us, we've never used a script, so it's the first time. we work with an outline and a Bible that we follow scene by scene, and we get to our points that way, and we just workshop on set, and then we get what we need. So he's just so great for that. Both him and Leah, their chemistry is just phenomenal. So we're very, very lucky to have them as our leads, for sure.
Well, gentlemen, I want to tell folks at home how to get those 6 tickets. Again, it's Eventbrite, because we're running kind of running low on time, but it's Eventbrite, and it's Infrared Sacramento, and it's this Saturday. What's the date again? This Saturday?
21st. Screenings at 7 p.m. There is a Q&A afterwards. Greg will also be there. And then, we'll be going out to party afterwards. So it'll be fun.
And again, Eventbrite, Infrared, Sacramento. You might have 4 or 3 tickets left after they saw that Jesse scene right there. But gentlemen, can I just say thank you for what you're doing? And by the way, thank you for what you do in your day job, supporting people with developmental disabilities and giving them avenues and support is just absolutely amazing. Just let's give it up one more time, Mr. Rob Livings and Mr. Randy Nundahl. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Now, folks, real quick, we're going to run out to a little bit of a break right now, but I just want to tell you, you can, and I was remiss. I'm starting to see Vinny Langdon is looking at us all the way from New Jersey. Hey, Vinny, what's going on? I see Trish Tatterson. If you guys want to ask a question of Nick Leisure, who's going to be on here in just a minute, please do. Now, this movie that we're about to see a trailer from is called Pacerville. That's how you know it. Up until now, that's what the name of the movie was. Well, we just got the brand new trailer that just dropped for this amazing movie that we are going to be premiering at the Sacramento International Film Festival. And I am telling you, folks, this is absolutely phenomenal. All shot in Sacramento, all Northern California talent, and of course, a couple Hollywood people in there for good measure. But without me doing the whole big blah, blah, let's take a look at this wonderful trailer. And when we come back, let's talk to the filmmaker, Mr. Nick Leisure. Stay right there.
All right, let's wrap it up. Get your essays in my Dropbox tomorrow by 5 p.m.
You good for tomorrow night?
Yeah.
You gonna bring the paintball guns?
I'll get them.
I'll be there around 6.
What about Mr. Dunbar? He's always like, Sadie, please, we want to hear what you have to say.
You're inappropriate. He's creepy.
His wife left him. He's going through a divorce. I guess he's got rage issues.
Are you serious?
The dude's a psycho. Mystery solved. What the?
So quiet. Spooky quiet. Have you guys been here when it's empty?
I don't think anyone is here. Need a refill?
No.
I wouldn't run if I were you. I've already seen your faces. Plus, I know you guys. I'm pretty sure I could give a pretty detailed description of who you are to the police. Do you have pellets for this? What? You guys don't want me to play? I was in your Zoom meeting. Let's do this. Dude, we're done playing! There's one thing that you learn from my class, it's manners.
Dang! Can you last the night? Whoo! Man, all right, without further ado, let's bring the filmmaker on himself, Mr. Nick Leisure. Oh, Nick, my brother, where are you? There he is.
Hey, how's it going, Marty?
Man, I'm telling you what, man, that trailer is fire, bro. That is fire right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, no, man. Thank you for doing the dang thing. I know, Nick, I know movies are a labor of love, and I know this one was especially a difficult shoot for you. I know you had a lot of obstacles, losing your location. I mean, just all kinds of things that happened during the production. Mm-hmm. But man, when you see a trailer like that, bro, I mean, don't you? I mean, the little boy's got to come out a little bit, right? A little bit.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, especially when you spend so much time working on it and every process of it and post-production and really, trying to get it to the best that you can before it comes out.
Yeah. And the other thing is when I think about the weight, I mean, you wrote this, produced it, and directed it. Am I right?
Co-wrote it. Yeah.
Co-wrote it.
I have a writing partner in LA, Tom Chilcote.
I was just going to I was just going to ask you about the weight of all that. When you have the weight of all that on your shoulders and you've got an entire crew and they're all looking to you for direction. I mean, how do you cope with that as a director? I mean, what is your process that helps you to stay calm, to stay level, and to deal with all the challenges during the production?
Man, just don't lose your cool. This was every production you do, as you know, I've done productions from here to Mexico and back, and every production has its challenges and has issues that come up, and it's just part of movie making. As a director, I feel like you're more of like a manager, you have to learn how to fix problems quickly on set and be successful at getting what as much as you can on camera so that you have something in post to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. I'm just going to warn our guys in the booth right now. We're going to go a little bit over on this because I don't want to short shrift this, man. I'm really excited about this movie. And folks at home, again, Vinny, Trish, anybody else that's looking in right now, if you have a question for Nick, definitely. Trish says, teacher does outreach. All right. Yeah, definitely. In this movie, it looked like the teacher was doing a little outreach. What was the impetus? I mean, what was the idea behind this movie?
The idea kind of popped up because a friend of mine is the principal at Grant High School, and I just went to go.
My alma mater, by the way.
Yeah, so I went to go talk to him and just have lunch, and we were actually sitting at the school and just talking about productions, and he's an artist as well, like musical artist as well. So we were talking about productions, and he started telling me about this teacher that he was dealing with that was kind of losing his mind during the pandemic and was asking to come to the school and use facilities for certain things and things like that. And I said, that would be a great premise to like a movie, because we always see these stories about kids that come to schools and lose their minds and whatnot. And teachers are human too, right? So they can lose it. So it just happened to be that we were in the middle of the pandemic, so we were trying to find something that we could shoot, virtually in one or two locations on a closed set, things like that. So it was an idea that just kind of popped up, and it was about 2.5 weeks later we had a script. I started writing the script and called my writing partner in LA, and we got on it. About 2.5 weeks later we had a script, and I don't know, probably about 2 more weeks later we had funding. And I started putting my wish list together and calling my casting people and my crew and stuff like that, and we hit the ground running. And we started the production in February of last year, and we sold it to distribution in end of October, November. So
wow. Yeah, man. I mean, my hat's off to you and your entire team. I got a couple comments in here. One of them says, "Now I'm scared." Okay, just looked at the trailer. And then I got right on Sacktown peeps. I know, you're a Sacktown guy. You were born and raised in Sacramento. I mean, I guess it meant something for you to try to shoot a film here in town locally and give some, like Alma was saying earlier, give some opportunities to some up and comers.
Yeah, I've done a couple feature films here earlier, 10 plus years ago, that were low to no budget feature films, which we got distribution on as well. But it's a different game when you start playing with some of the big boys and stuff like that. And so, as you know, the last couple films I shot down south of the border in Rosarito. I did a partnership with Baja Studios, and so
and what a phenomenal facility that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they built it for Titanic, for James Cameron. So the last couple movies that I shot there, both of those should have been Sacramento films. We took it down there because of the hurdles that we had in Sacramento shooting a feature film, but that's a whole nother topic we'll talk about another time, right? So
I just hope that that we can get to a place where our filmmakers don't have to leave town, and that can make a movie here. Somebody's asking a question: where in Sacramento did you grow up? Somebody's asking. This is a young lady named Dahlia, who's a film student over at Sac City College. So I know she's probably interested because she's probably from not too far from you.
So I actually grew up in downtown Sacramento, 19th and Capitol. My family, my grandparents, had houses down there, and that's where I grew up, 19th and Capitol. Kind of downtown, the Capitol, all that area was kind of like my playground growing up and running around downtown. So, and then high school, I moved out to South Sac, went to Valley High School and stuff. So
yeah. Trailer looks amazing, says Juan Carlos Ruiz. Juan Carlos, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate that. Nick, listen, we're already over time, but again, we're going to premiere this movie on June 25th. Tickets are not yet on sale, but stay plugged in on SacramentoFilmFestival.com. Stay plugged in right there at CaliforniaFilm.net, and you can actually RSVP. So you'll be the first to know when those tickets drop, because I'm telling you right now, This is going to sell out, and it's going to sell out quick. You got some Hollywood talent in this. Any chance we might see some of them up here for the premiere?
Yeah, so I talk to Brian Austin like almost daily. Became really good friends.
Brian Austin Green of 90210 fame. Of wasn't he just on Dancing with the Stars? This guy.
Yeah, Dancing with the Stars. He was on The Masked Singer this last year too.
Yeah,
he's been doing the Connors.
He might make a cameo appearance. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. He told me he would come up. He has a baby due around the same time, so hopefully.
All right, hey Brian, man, if you're watching, bro, we got to get you up here. We'll get you right back down there, man. It'll be like nothing ever happened. But by the way, and his baby is due. What would you say? July 1st is when his baby's due.
Yeah.
Dude, check this out. So isn't that the same day that the movie's dropping nationwide?
Movie drops July 1st. We also have a big Hollywood premiere out there July 1st. So we're trying to dodge a few different bullets here and there.
Bro, keep this out. Here's the deal. My birthday is July 2nd. Now I was thinking that I was going to go down to Vegas and peep out Sammy Hagar and the Wabaritas. But I've seen Sammy a couple times. I know his bass player. Mona's a good friend of mine, bass player in his band. So I'm thinking like I might have to like slide over and help you guys celebrate that premiere. It's going to drop nationwide so people can see it in theaters after we premiere it. But folks, you got to get those tickets right now. Somebody else just said, don't miss it. SFF is how I started. Oh, well, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate you. Before I let you go, I want to tell folks at home, we've got a little bit of a behind the scenes, so you can kind of see a little bit of behind the scenes that we're going to pop out with right now. And then we're going to come right back with Nick. So stay right here. We're going to look at a little bit of a behind the scenes, and we're going to come back and close out with Nick.
Hey everybody, it's Brian Austin Green, and I am playing John Dunbar.
Hi, my name is Glenn Plummer, and I'm playing the security guard in this movie, Pacerville.
We're about to shoot the scene with Brian and Glenn. Somebody gets murdered, somebody doesn't get murdered. Can't really tell you like anything else. So
At one point, you had to
About to bring out the big camera, about to bring out the bang, and we gonna go like this. I had sort of a day off. We're working nights, so it's strange. The trigger got stuck, and so it was like squirting all over the corner of the wall.
Gotta get. I'm feeling good, man.
You know that Flavor Flav boy that walked that big, right?
And cut.
Wow, man. I mean, it looks like you had a lot of fun on the set. I know you had challenges. Every movie's got challenges, but it seems to me like you were able to inject a lot of fun nonetheless. I mean, what would you say? Let me ask you, let me close out with you like this, Nick. What would you say to an up-and-coming aspiring director about how to do that management? You know what I mean? How to manage a project, especially a big project like a feature.
I would just say use your network as much as you can. Make the most out of what you got, and don't lose your cool. There's many times on a movie set where I could have lost my cool, and other people have lost their cool. And I tend to be the person that has to calm them down, say, hey, let's get through these pages and let's make a movie, and you guys can get mad at each other after the movie's over. So get as much as you can on camera, because when it's all done, said and done at the end, you look back and you go, damn, I wish I'd have got this. I wish I'd have got that shot. And you know,
Yeah.
and really prep for it too. You know, this movie, we really, you know, we didn't have a lot of time, but we spent quite a bit of time prepping, like camera movement and, you know, shots that we wanted and things like that. So,
Mm-hmm. Well, man, I can't tell you how proud I am of you and of your whole team. So many people from Sacramento and the Bay Area that, in addition to the LA folks, and we got mad love for our LA folks. You know, we're the California Film Foundation. And so, yeah, no, I really do appreciate you, man. And there it is right there. It's called Last the Night. That'll be the new poster, right?
it's coming. Yes, we're still dialing it in, but it's almost there. Another couple days, it'll be there.
All right, brother. Listen, Nick Leisure, thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us. We very much appreciate you. And folks at home, thank you for spending a little bit of time of your time with us here at the California Film Foundation. And remember, the Sacramento Film Festival in its 27th year. We need you to make it happen because you're the reason. Okay, so SacramentoFilmFestival.com, CaliforniaFilm.net. And folks, remember, there's a whole lot of training and a whole lot of opportunities beyond what we're talking about right here. I can't really go into it right now as far as all the wonderful things that we're going to have at this year's film festival, but suffice it to say, it ain't over. It's just the beginning. Again, we love you very much. Get on that website, CaliforniaFilm.net, and get signed up. And while you're at it, check for those guys from the wonderful movie Infrared. They're on that website too, and maybe you can cop some tickets to that too. We will see you very soon. And again, on behalf of all my man Jordan Globerson and Kyle Fobbs and all of our folks here at the California Film Foundation, we love you. Thank you, and good night.